Family, friend, and neighbor care, also known as FFN care, is a long-standing trusted pillar of childcare across the United States. It's been around for years. This is nothing new. We just have a name for it now. It's a home-based care system that's offered in the child's existing network. And for millions of families, FFN care isn't just a choice. It's very much essential.
I'm a single mom of 3. My oldest he's mostly nonverbal. There are instances where there are storms, school is closed, holidays, that my job isn't closed, so I have to depend on an FFN provider. Any worries that I have, they always rest them ashore, and it's much more personal than a childcare provider.
Caitlin is my best friend, so I pretty much was in the delivery room with her kids, so I know these kids. They're my god kids, so I have that relationship with them that I don't need to necessarily build if I was just a care provider.
Many parents choose FFN care because it provides flexibility, familiarity, and importantly, trust in households where non-traditional work schedules are the norm, where language and cultural familiarity matters. FFN caregivers, they step in, often unpaid, underpaid. These caregivers are a source of consistency, especially for families facing economic challenges.
Hurricane Helene was crazy. I'm being awakened at 3:30 a.m. to a boom with a tree falling on my house.
We lost power for days. I'm asthmatic, my children are, and some of my grandchildren are, so having to get some air, some ventilation in the house was very important.
Being able to provide them a different shelter because we lost power, because the tree was on the house, just trying to get to a safe haven, and she provided that for us.
While FFN care has always played a crucial role, COVID-19 underscored its importance. As licensed child care centers close their doors, many families turn to family, friend, and neighbor providers for their safety and affordability. However, this reliance revealed a major gap in support for FFN caregivers who are often receiving no funding or training.
I would specifically point out that, yes, I'm not a licensed care provider, but with being around the kids, it's very important that I can gain or take classes to best care for the children.
Nurturing the kids and caring for them, cooking for them, sometimes taking out of their own money to provide the food items or necessary needs like diapers, wipes, stuff that the parents can't provide. They're providing these things out of their pocket and not being compensated for it.
But understand that the single parents that are working and are trying, that are never qualified because they're not considered priority, they need help also.
In Georgia, where child care is in crisis, the impact is especially pronounced. The state ranks near the bottom in child care affordability and support for working parents, making FFN care even more essential. Rising costs are happening, inflation is real. At least 1 in 3 parents in Georgia report leaving the workforce because of child care challenges. This is not only affecting our families, but it puts a strain on the labor force as parents are forced to leave the workforce and make even more difficult choices. State funding cuts are happening, which is reducing child care subsidies, forcing a number of families who are receiving assistance from $73,000 to nearly $50,000. And for those who do qualify, subsidy certificates can take time. So who's stepping in? That family, friend, and neighbor care provider. And they're keeping the children safe so that these family members can go get a job, they can get a new job, or further their education.
To a parent or caregiver, don't give up because it can get very hard and it may be to a point where you can't see no way out of it, but there's light at the end of the tunnel, trust me.
You are an essential worker. I don't care what nobody said, even if you're not getting paid. Understand that the seeds that you are sowing into the lives of these children, great is your reward.
I think people don't realize that what they are when they're helping their friends out or a grandparent watching their grandkids is considered FFN. I think now that we have a title, we can make awareness for it and we can band together and we can support each other and we can probably get the government to see that we do exist, we are real.
These caregivers make sacrifice daily to support these families. And family, friend, and neighbor care is not just a convenience or a backup option. It's essential, yet oftentimes invisible to our child care system. So by recognizing and supporting FFN caregivers, we can help secure a brighter future for our families, our children, and our communities across the country. So let's bring these individuals that have been the backbones of this community into the child care conversations and really support FFN care.